Are you a specialist in power electronics and electrical engineering? If so, you are exactly in the right place because we are about to hear about an exciting work opportunity at Lekatech Limited. Stay tuned. Good afternoon and welcome to TE Live. We are here today to hear about the open position of Power Electronics Lead at Lekatech Oy. Here at the studio we have CEO Antti Anttila, with whom we will further discuss this work opportunity. Welcome.
Thank you.
So, could you first tell us a little bit about Lekatech as a company? What does the company do exactly?
We work in the machinery of mining and construction. So what we have done is we have developed an electric hammer technology to replace the hydraulic technology in rock breaking and demolition. And that's really important for the green shift in these industries.
Thank you. Sounds very intriguing, and we will soon hear more about it. But before we continue on, I would like to remind all of you watching this broadcast that our chat is open, so please send us questions and we will go through them at the end of this broadcast. So, about Lekatech, how big is the company and how many people do you employ at the moment?
I mean, we are a small company. We were founded in 2018. Currently, we are 13 people in the team. But even though we are small, we are part of a bigger entity. So Normet Group, it's an important Finnish company in the mining machinery, has bought the shares of Lekatech recently. So we do have the muscles and kind of the vision, the resources to do things and grow in the long term.
Yeah. So, as you are growing, so you are now looking for a power electronics lead. So could you describe the work tasks a little bit?
Sure. So this role is really central in the company. So it's a key person that will be responsible and kind of an owner of this particular technology area within the company. And there will be close cooperation with the other technology fields in the company. But in this field, there's a lot of freedom, a lot of kind of visionary thinking needed, and this person, is in charge of this technology area and can then develop and grow and learn a lot in this position. There are different development possibilities there.
Yeah. So what kind of a person are you looking for this position? What kind of talent?
Yes. Well, for everybody in the company, the requirement is to have an active spirit. That's what we all are. So it is you need to be very self-oriented and active, doing things, and you see opportunities out there rather than just problems. In the problems you see the opportunity to overcome it, an opportunity to grow. That's what we do. That's what we're looking for in the persons.
So what kind of qualifications and prior experience, language skills, etc., needed for this work?
I would describe this position as a senior level position to start with. But how do we define then the seniority? That's a different story. So maybe it's not. I mean, the formal qualification is maybe not the most essential thing. More, it's about the background, about the history, about the accomplishments in the past, experience in the work fronts that we are maybe looking at more. We can also consider a person that is not quite a senior, a little bit more junior, but is very enthusiastic and has the basic kind of experience from this industry, and can then develop and is eager to learn and can then in that way contribute to this position. Yeah. About the skills, English is a must. Finnish is a bonus, but obviously we don't expect anybody outside Finland to speak Finnish. But English is kind of the main language that we're looking for.
Yeah. So let's maybe move on to more specific details on this work position. So what kind of daily or weekly working hours could be expected, for example?
In Finland, we have this typical 37.5-hour week, so that's what we have here as well. We have a flexible work day or work hours during the day, and it can be that one day is shorter, other days longer, as long as it then fits together with the rest of the team. So that's something then also to always to manage. The work location is in Kausala, which is between Lahti and Kouvola in the southern part of Finland, about 1.5 hours from Helsinki. Occasional remote work is possible. Maybe that some weeks there's no possibility for remote work, but then the other weeks might be that, okay, 3 days is fine. So it really depends on the week, we do the things that make sense. We don't have formalities too much.
So flexibility is
Exactly,
there.
both ways.
So about salary, which is of course something that people are always interested in.
Yep.
So what kind of a salary could potentially be expected? Can you open that a little bit? Or?
Yeah, I mean, it really depends on the seniority level of the person that we would be then hiring. But I mean, I would say it's a good Finnish salary, so in the level of Finland, and there's probably like a fixed component, which is a monthly salary, and then there might be an incentive on top, because this role is something that is central for the company, and we want to make sure that the motivation is there.
So as a bonus or something, do you offer kind of employee benefits?
Yes, we do. But to be more specific about those, we are in the middle of planning and we are implementing different models. But there will be like vouchers for hobbies, for cultural events and things like that. And there will be, most probably also a bicycle benefit for people, among others. But the full package will then be introduced in the next few weeks.
Yeah. All right. So, regarding your new co-worker, how is like the onboarding process done? So what kind of support is given to the employees when starting their work in your company?
Yeah, I think that's. I mean, we've had quite many of these onboardings over the last years, and it's always for me it's quite exciting to see how the people come on board. It only takes a few days, a few weeks that they really feel being part of the team. How we do it, I don't know, but I mean, typically in the first weeks, there's a lot of discussions internally with the team members. So all the 13 members of the current team will be one-to-one meeting with them. You will be learning about the company, about the past of the company, about the future plans of the company, about the current stages of the product, which is of the core of what we are doing, and then little by little, you will be then shown your own kind of sandbox where you would be then working on. You need to then start formulating your own vision in your sandbox. What should it look like in a couple of years' time, in 1 year's time, and then start making plan of the steps towards that vision.
Well, in terms of Lekatech as a company, so what is your company culture like? What is it like working in your team?
That's also an interesting question. I've been thinking about that a lot. But I think we laugh a lot together in the coffee breaks and also otherwise at the work. We like laughing. We are very. I mean, we are never really grumpy at each other, and we encourage people to bring their opinions, their views on the table. And then we respect those views. We discuss about those, and then we come to a conclusion in the end. But every view and every opinion is valuable. I think that's something that we have pretty well rooted in the team, and I think that's an important value. So I think it's easy getting into the team, and it's nice always to come to the work.
Sounds wonderful. So before we continue with the possible chat questions that you have sent us, we'll first hear the experiences of development engineer Timo Meyer on working at Lekatech.
My name's Timo Meyer. I'm originally from Germany, and I've been Lekatech about 4 years now. And I'm a development engineer, so I've been doing a lot of measuring of our products, collecting data, and also been involved in the software development side of things. I did my bachelor's degree still in Australia, where I lived for a long time, and then I wanted to do my master's somewhere in Europe again, so I applied for different places around Europe and ended up in Finland, in Helsinki at Aalto University, and basically did my master's there. And then when I finished, I was applying for positions, and then this Lekatech was looking for a master's thesis position. I already kind of finished my master's, but I still could do that position the first 6 months, and then got like a full-time position after that. Basically came straight out of school, school to the company. Sometimes I work from home and sometimes I'm at the office, but when I'm at the office, I would say I arrive about 8:30, check my emails, and then I would, for example, do the front-end programming. When I was involved in the software development, I was working on our user interface, or I would go to the factory and set up the measuring equipment, sensors and everything, and we would do some experiments with a hammer and basically going through the motions. And coffee break usually at 10 o'clock, and lunch at 12, and another coffee break in the afternoon. And that's like a standard work day at the office. Yeah, so I would definitely say the best part is like just the relaxed atmosphere and the flexibility that you can sometimes work from home, sometimes come here, as it worked also around your personal schedule a little bit. It's like a family startup originally, basically, so it's quite relaxing, quite close group of people. Everyone's pretty chilled out, and the people is the most important thing in my opinion, the work environment. Almost always just positive, and no one's like yelling or anything like that. Everyone's on the same level. It's not very like hierarchical or anything. We kind of all talk to each other normally on the same level, which is nice, and can talk about like personal stuff with each other quite friendly. Like half the work is here already like locals. They know each other from before, so it's quite close-knit group. At least comparing to the other work cultures I know, I think it's not too stressful, and the people aren't so confrontational. It's more like quite stress-free and flexible, I would say, compared to at least Germany, where I've also worked, and compared to some other more traditional maybe working cultures, it's pretty chilled out. Yeah, just enjoy the working culture, because I think that's quite one of the best things, the relaxed atmosphere. And okay, I'm aware that not every job's the same as my job, but overall I think it's pretty employer friendly. Just take the opportunity if you can, because we're expanding quite fast, and there's always looking for more people, and it's quite exciting at the moment because the company recently got bought up. Now we're going to expand even faster, and it's really exciting what we're doing, like making the first electric hammer like in the world. So there's a lot of interest from all over the world, really. It's quite an exciting company outside the traditional startup and also outside the traditional like big corporation. So I can, recommend.
So the chat is still open and will remain open for 10 minutes after the broadcast is over, and the chat questions will be then answered in writing. So if someone were now interested in applying for this work position at Lekatech, how should they go about it? What should they do?
Yeah, I mean, the open position is available at the EURES site and also at the TE-Keskus site. Then also, I mean, you can reach towards us, I mean, any channel you find suitable. I mean, also in our own website, there's an open application possibility where you can then drop a message and upload your CV and things like that. So, yeah, there are different ways.
Yeah. So it was until the 15th of October, wasn't it?
That's correct, yes.
Yes. And last but certainly not least, why should one apply to work at Lekatech?
Well, it's fun at Lekatech. And I mean, you can really change the industry at Lekatech. So it's a big thing to do, and you can gain professional growth for sure in that. That's a wide spectrum of work, so it's awesome.
Yeah. Thank you so much for the interview.
Thank you, Hanna.
And thank you, viewers, for watching this TE Live broadcast. Please do give us feedback, as we always strive to develop our service to be even better. And the recording of this broadcast can be found, amongst others, at telive.fi. I wish you a lovely day and see you at the next TE Live. Bye-bye.